Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells, guys. Check out all my other videos that are posted as well every single day. And check out all my betting links in the description below, guys. If you guys are new to Underdog, you're gonna get a Paul Skeens new customer free pick to throw as a leg. So take advantage of that in the description below. Today's the last day to use that. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Huge slate today. Starting with the Texas Rangers versus Cincinnati Reds. Reds opening up as home favorites at -135. The Rangers +115 with the over-under at 8.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 4-2. The Reds 2-3. Pitching for the Rangers is Jack Leader with an ERA of 1.80. Pitching for the Reds is Hunter Green with an ERA at 3.60. Leader, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Green, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Yeah, guys, if the pitchers have already pitched this season, I'm just going to cover their one matchup, maybe some other important stuff. But if pitchers were still at the stage where pitchers haven't even pitched yet, that's when I'll go over their last 3 from last year and stuff. Rangers, yeah, coming off a nice defensive game yesterday against the Reds, 1-0 after that bad game before. Rangers, they've struggled against Cincinnati, just 1-5 on the road against Cincinnati. Not the greatest matchup here. I will say Leader and Green, 2 really good starts on the mound so far this season. Green pitched against the Rangers last season 1 time where he pitched 7 innings and gave up no runs here. I don't know. I think Rangers are good dogs today. I mean, it's a pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers coming off really good starts on the mound. And I'm liking the Rangers as a dog today to open up the day. I'll take Rangers +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 7.5. Royals coming into this matchup 2-3. The Brewers 1-4. Pitching for the Royals is Cole Ragans with an ERA of 5.40. Pitching for the Brewers is Freddie Peralta with an ERA of 3.60. Ragans, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Peralta, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. The Royals getting shut out yesterday against the Brewers 5-0. Disappointing game from the Royals. Nice to see the Brewers get back in the win column after a horrible start to the season. Let's see, the Brewers. One and 5 in their last 6. The overs hit in 4 of their last 6 against the Royals here. Pretty good pitching matchup. Both pitchers, I don't know, pretty even. I would say Ragans pitched against the Brewers last season. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Freddie hasn't pitched against them since 2018, where he gave up no runs here. This one's a tough one. Can we trust the Brewers to go back-to-back after a great day yesterday? I don't know. Still too early. I'm not sold on the Brewers here. And in a pick'em game, I think I'm going to take the Royals money line on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Pirates opening up as road favorites at -125. The Rays +105 with the over-under at 7. Pirates coming into this matchup 1-5. The Rays 4-1. Pitching for the Pirates is Paul Skeens with an ERA of 3.38. Pitching for the Rays is Ryan Pepwa with an ERA of 1.50. If you guys haven't, go ahead and check out Underdog in the description below. You're going to get the Paul Skeens free pick as a nice leg. So throw that in your lineups today, guys. And yeah, get some nice cash outs on Underdog. You got Skeens. His last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Pepwa, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Yeah, Pirates, they're on a 4-game losing streak. They just got shut out by the Rays yesterday, 7-0. Tampa Bay playing well. Nice 3-game stretch, 6 or more runs in 3 straight games. When Paul Skeens pitched last time to open up the year against Miami, they lost 5-4. Offense just hasn't been there for Pittsburgh. That's what I'm worrying about all year. That's what I'm going to be worried about all year long for Pitt. We've kind of already seen it. Skeens is going to pitch really good games. And when he gets pulled, the support is going to give up runs. And the offense isn't getting the runs when Skeens is playing. So that's what makes it tough with these elite pitchers. They could have really great games on the mound, but there's just no offense. You can only pitch a good of a game if your offense is going to be like playing their part. And I'm not sold on what I'm seeing from Pitt. 1-10 against Tampa, 0-9 on the road against Tampa here. Even with Skeens on the mound, I think he'll probably have a good day still, but Pep Wall looked really good too. Tampa Bay as dogs today. Yeah, I'll take the Rays plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at minus 145. Angels plus 120 with the over-under at 8.5. Angels coming into this matchup 4-1. The Cardinals 3-2. Pitching for the Angels is Yusei Kikuchi with an ERA of 4.50. Pitching for the Cardinals is Sonny Gray with an ERA at 3.60. Kikuchi, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Gray, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Angels, back-to-back wins against St. Louis. They're on a 4-game winning streak here. Back-to-back underdog wins too. St. Louis, haven't played that great in this series. Lost that close one, but yeah, Angels playing well right now. 6-0 on the road against St. Louis. 7-2 straight up against St. Louis. 4-2 on the road. The numbers are really good for the Angels here. The overs hit in the Angels 7 of their last 7 against St. Louis. Angels still underdogs here. I wouldn't say the greatest pitching matchup. Both pitchers coming off a 2 and 3 run game. Yeah, Angels are hot. Keep getting plus money here. Give me Angels plus 1.5 on the road. I really like the way they're playing. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Chicago White Sox. Twins opening up as road favorites at minus 190. The White Sox plus 160 with the over-under at 7.5. Twins coming into this matchup 1-4. The White Sox 2-3. Pitching for the Twins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA at 3.60. Pitching for the White Sox is Sean Burke with an ERA of 0. Lopez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Burke, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. He looked really good in his start. Minnesota beating the White Sox yesterday 8-3 after losing 9-0. Not the greatest game from the White Sox yesterday. Minnesota, they're 14-2 against Chicago, 7-2 on the road against Chicago here. The overs hit in Chicago's 4 of their last 5 against Minnesota. Listen, Minnesota, it's been a rough start to this season for them. They have not really played well. That's obviously their best game so far in this early season. 1-8 in their last 9. Lopez, nothing crazy, 2-run game. Burke, though, I was really impressed with Burke's first start. Pitching 6 innings with the 0 runs. That's what you want to see from a White Sox pitcher. That's honestly what you dream of if you're a White Sox fan. I don't know. I kind of want to wait to see what's going to happen with Minnesota here. I'll take the White Sox plus 1.5 at home. See if Minnesota gets back-to-back today. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Washington opening up as road favorites at minus 130. Toronto plus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. Washington coming into this matchup 1-4. Toronto 4-2. Pitching for the Nationals is Mackenzie Gore with an ERA of 0. Pitching for Toronto is Easton Lucas with an ERA of 0. Gore, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 13 strikeouts. He had a really great start against the Phillies. And then Lucas, this is going to be his first start. Gore pitched once against Toronto last season, only gave up 2 runs. The Nationals on a 2-game losing streak. They've dropped back-to-back against Toronto. Toronto, they've won 3 straight, kind of turning things around this last week. Washington 1-4 against Toronto, 1-4 on the road against Toronto. The overs hitting 10 of their last 13 against the Nationals. Yeah, Gore, really good, really good game against the Phillies here. I just don't trust Washington as a road favorite. Man, I don't know. It's usually pretty trappy. These road favorites, like these bad teams that are road favorites. I don't know. It's not my thing. I just love the dogs at home. Blue Jays have obviously played well in the series. We'll see what Easton Lucas is like. But yeah, Easton Lucas doesn't really scare me here. Give me Toronto plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Oakland Athletics. Cubs opening up. Actually, it's looking like it's a pick'em scenario. Both teams minus 110 with the over-under at 9. Cubs coming into this matchup 4-4. Oakland 2-4. Pitching for the Cubs is Jamison Tylon with an ERA at 12.46. Pitching for Oakland is Jeffrey Springs with an ERA of 0. Tylon, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 1 strikeout. Springs, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Cubs back-to-back wins against Oakland. So far, they've been pretty dominant in this series. Oakland, they've dropped 3 straight. Cubs 8-0 on the road against Oakland. 11-3 straight up against Oakland, where they've been really good. The overs hit in Oakland's 5 of their last 6 against the Cubs. This one's tough. Cubs been dominant against them. I'm really worried about Tylon. I mean, man, his first start, he got lit up against Arizona in the opener, or in his opener. And Springs coming off a very good game. No runs, a shutout win against Seattle, 7-0. I think it's a pick 'em for a reason. You look at the Cubs, they've been dominant against Oakland. You would think they'd be bigger favorites. Yeah, I don't think anyone's loving Jamison on the mound today. So, yeah, I think I'm going to take a shot with Oakland money line at home today. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at minus 180. The Guardians plus 150 with the over-under at 7.5. Guardians coming into this matchup 2-3. The Padres 6-0. Pitching for the Guardians is Ben Lively with an ERA of 5.40. Pitching for the Padres is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 6.23. Lively, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Cease, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. So both pitchers giving up 3 runs in their first starts. Yeah, Cleveland, 2-game losing streak, got shut out yesterday against the Padres, 7-0. Padres 6-0. I mean, man, shut out the Braves. 2-game win streak against Cleveland here. I mean, Padres are playing really good at home. This is probably their best start ever. Cleveland 1-4 against the Padres, 1-4 on the road against the Padres. Padres 5-0 at home. The unders hit in 4 of their last 5 against Cleveland here. Look, Padres have been such a moneymaker. Love to ride streaks. One thing about me, I'll ride a streak. In every sport, you never know. There's always a team in every sport every year. They're just like 18, 19, 20-0. And I don't like to miss out on that because that's just free money here. We ride the hot streak with the Padres. The Guardians have had no offense this series. Yeah, I'll take the Padres at home today. Next matchup, we got the Detroit Tigers versus the Seattle Mariners. Detroit opening up as road favorites at minus 120. Seattle plus 100 with the over-under at 6.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 2-3. Seattle 2-4. Pitching for Detroit is Tariq Skubal with an ERA of 7.20. Pitching for Seattle is Luis Castillo with an ERA of 3.60. Skubal, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Castillo, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Detroit, back-to-back wins against Seattle. I don't know what's up with Seattle. They've had very good matchups, and they've just been disappointing so far this series. Detroit 5-0 against Seattle, 4-1 on the road against Seattle, where they've been really good. The overs hit in 5 of their last 6 on the road. Yeah, this one's tough. Skubal coming off a tough game. I mean, his opener was against the Dodgers, and nobody's pitched good against the Dodgers so far this season. So Castillo, I mean, he looked good in his start. I mean, do we trust Seattle as a dog? Haven't been a dog this season here. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe being a favorite is not what Seattle needs here. Yeah, Scoop Ball, got lit up here. His line might be a little inflated. We'll see how he does against more of a, I would say, an average hitting team. I want to take a shot with Seattle again. I think them being an underdog probably benefit them more. I think Castillo looked really good in his start here. I think this is the spot for the Mariners to steal it in Game 3. Give me the Mariners plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at minus 165. The Giants plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Giants coming into this matchup 4-1. The Astros 2-3. Pitching for the Giants is Landon Raup with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Astros is Framber Valdez with an ERA of 0. Raup hasn't pitched this season. His last 3 starts last season, he only gave up 6 total runs, but it was all in one game against St. Louis. Valdez, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. He pitched once against the Giants last season and gave up 5 runs. Giants on a 3-game winning streak. Back-to-back wins against Houston. Beat them 3-1 yesterday. Houston hasn't really played too well this series. Giants, they are 6-1 against the Astros. 5-2 on the road against the Astros, where they've been really good. I really do like Valdez on the mound. I mean, what a great start he's coming off of. Don't know really much about Landon Raup. So, I don't know. I think we get a pitching in the favor of the Astros today. And I think they have a good game today. And I'm going to take the Astros at home. Next matchup, we've got the New York Mets versus the Miami Marlins. Mets opening up as road favorites at minus 195. The Marlins plus 160 with the over-under at 8.5. Mets coming into this matchup 2-3. The Marlins 4-2. Pitching for the Mets is Clay Holmes with an ERA of 3.86. Pitching for the Marlins is Connor Gillespie with an ERA of 5.40. Holmes, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Gillespie, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Mets, coming off a Miami loss yesterday, 4-2. Nice win from Miami. Let's see. The overs hit, and the Mets 7 of their last 10 on the road against Miami. Miami 4-2 at home. They're 8-2 in their last 10. I mean, they finished the season strong, off to a good start so far this season. And yeah, looking at the pitching, nothing. I wouldn't say much of a pitching advantage here. Both pitchers coming off pretty mediocre / average starts on the mound, giving up 2 and 3 runs here. And I just don't think Mets should be this big favorites, to be honest. The way they look this season, yeah, gave me the Marlins plus 1.5 at home today. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Baltimore Orioles. Boston opening up as road favorites at minus 120. Baltimore plus 100 with the over-under at 7.5. Boston coming into this matchup 1-4. Baltimore 3-2. Pitching for Boston is Garrett Crochet with an ERA of 3.60. Pitching for Baltimore is Zach Eflin with an ERA of 3.0. Crochet, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Eflin, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Boston, they've dropped 4 straight. They lost Baltimore 8-5. 1-5 on the road, 2-4 on the road against Baltimore. I really don't understand why they're favorites, to be honest. Both pitchers coming off 2-run games. No real pitching advantage, I would say. Yeah, just looking at this, I mean, yeah, Boston offensively, they've definitely struggled. I know Devers has struggled. He can't even hit the ball right now. No chance am I taking Red Sox as a favorite here. Give me Baltimore plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as big home favorites at minus 320. Colorado plus 260 with the over-under at 7. Colorado coming into this matchup 1-3. The Phillies 3-1. Pitching for the Rockies is Kyle Freeland with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Phillies is Zach Wheeler with an ERA of 1.50. Freeland, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Wheeler, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Colorado, they're on a 2-game losing streak. They just lost to the Phillies the last game they played 6-1. Colorado 4-15 against the Phillies, 0-7 on the road against the Phillies, where they just can't win. Phillies, the unders hit in 8 of their last 10 against Colorado. Yeah, Freeland is coming off a really good start on the mound here. Yeah, Wheeler looked really good in his debut against the Nationals. Hard to bet against the Phillies at home, where the Rockies just cannot win at all. I'll take the Phillies at home today. Next matchup, we've got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at -135. Arizona +115 with the over-under at 8. Arizona coming into this matchup 3-2. The Yankees 3-1. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Gallen with an ERA of 9.0. Pitching for the Yankees is Carlos Rodon with an ERA of 1.69. Gallen, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Rodon, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Arizona, beating the Yankees yesterday 7-5. It was a game Yankees pretty much had won, and they gave up a grand slam in like one of the later innings, which is pretty crazy. And that's how baseball goes. Arizona 5-1 on the road. The overs hit in 4 of their last 5 on the road against the Yankees here. Yankees still hitting pretty well. I mean, they didn't really slow down. You would say there's probably only 5 runs, but I mean, they still were hitting homers with their bats. They were still playing well. Should have had yesterday's game. It's just the pitching messed up in the end in that key moment here. I like Rodon on the mound. Gallen, tough first start against the Cubs. I like the Yankees to bounce back today. Tough loss yesterday. Give me the Yankees at home today. In the last matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -235. Atlanta +180 with the over-under at 8. Braves coming into this matchup 0-6. The Dodgers 7-0. Pitching for the Braves is Bryce Elder with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Dodgers is Blake Snell with an ERA of 3.60. Elder hasn't pitched this season yet. His last 3 starts, though, he has given up 14 runs in his last 3 starts. Snell, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Elder played the Dodgers 1 time last year where he gave up 7 runs. Snell, his only start against Atlanta last season, pitched 6 innings, gave up no runs, and had 11 strikeouts here. So 2 trending pitchers. Yeah, Atlanta, it's been bad, losing to the Dodgers 1-3 yesterday. They got all the injuries, the suspensions. The vibes just aren't good with Atlanta Dodgers. They just keep making everybody money. They keep covering on the run line. They're winning straight up for your parlays. There's just no chance I could bet against the Dodgers. Atlanta 0-6 on the road against LA. 2-8 against the Dodgers. Dodgers have just been a moneymaker. How on earth can I possibly fade them? They're going to lose at some point, but great pitching, great offense. Give me the Dodgers at home today. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.